Okay, hopefully we're ready to go. There always seems to be so much preparation for such short rides. It's just kind of interesting. I ride a motorcycle also, and seems to be less preparation for. Let's forget something too. I'll lock the car around this place, but there always seems to be less preparation for getting on a motorcycle and riding a fair amount of distance than it is to take a short ride on basically on a mountain bike. Really interesting. Layers of clothes. These great sealskin gloves, which are very warm and waterproof. Inflating the tires to the right amount. Bringing other stuff with you. I don't know. But it's fun. See, I'm in one of the low gears. See if yep, there it goes. It's been a long time since I've ridden this bike. So it's a little uncomfortable to me right now. Tires seem huge. See if I can find the path. Last time I did this, I did it up at the Poland Skill, and the snow had hardened after it was being a lot of people had walked on it on the trail, and it was difficult. But I should have my keys here. I locked everything up. Yep. So snow's not very deep here. A few inches. It still is not that easy, but certainly easier on a fat tire bike like this. Here I got a lot of resistance. Pond to my right, which you can't see. I have a chest mounted GoPro. And I'm basically in a very low gear. See if it helps. Yeah, a little bit. Go up a few gears. See a lot of Canada geese and ducks to the left in one of the football fields. And even though the snow is soft and wet, a few inches of it, it still takes some effort to, even with the flotation of big tires at 8 psi. So good exercise. Yeah. A bunch of Canada geese. And their tracks are all over the place here. It's really fun. Just wish it was in a little better shape. This is tough. Whoa. Gotta go through the ice. Holy cow, it's deep. Oh my God. That was like your feet. Oh. That was deep. Let's stop. Oh man. Deep, deep, deep. Oh, here and relax after going, well, about 10 feet. Now I went a little bit more than that, but wow. It takes a lot of effort. You can see the tracks I'm leaving. Went through the pretty deep, some guy singing as he walks, I don't know. And that must have been a couple feet deep, that ice went right through it. So this is taking a lot of effort. But it is also very different and a lot of fun. So we'll try to continue on a little bit. And normally this is quite a pretty scene. What you can see is kind of where the ice looks broken up. Down there is where all the Canada geese and ducks were probably walking out into it, and when it was a little bit more frozen. Now it's warmed up. Off in the distance you may not see it. Probably 100 yards away or so. You can see them just taking off. There's a lot of birds. Very pretty. Very pretty. One of the first county parks, if not the first one in the United States, and designed by the same person that designed Washington, D.C. I've probably said that a million times before in other clips. So, well, got back up to speed again. A lot of ice. 4.6-inch tires and only 8 psi. They have tubes in them, so I do get some flotation, but it's still quite a bit of work to go through. This is particularly wet. It's not like powdery type snow. It's very wet, heavy snow. So, and you can see some of it still clings here. So, haven't gone very far, but man, it's tiring. And headed back to where I'm parked. This is only my second ride in the snow on a fat bike, and both times it was around 7 inches. I thought this would be easier because it wasn't very much trampled on, but it's so wet that it is really tough going here. So we'll do what we can and kind of enjoy the snowy weather. It's only about the second of any kind of substance snowfall we've had in the 2013, 2014 late fall, winter time frame. We're going to get another storm, I think, Monday. This is a Saturday, so I'm not sure if there's, that was clear, the lens. Let's see if I can even get started again. I've had some trouble even doing that. This is a little bit easier than where I was because that was pretty deep out there, and I do run out of steam pretty quickly. Try to put a little bit higher gear so I use more strength rather than trying to pedal real fast in a low gear. Snow's a little bit thinner here, but still very wet. You can see the tires. You should be able to see all the Canada geese. Very talkative right now. This is just tough. I've said this before. I've seen other vid clips on YouTube of people riding through the snow on fat bikes, and they were breathing pretty hard. And I always wondered kind of why. And those people were in pretty good shape and went pretty good distance. I was wondering, wow. And now I understand. It is tough. And I'm whining again, which is not good. If you want a way to get in shape, do this kind of thing. Even if it's short distances like I'm doing, it's probably pretty good. Deep again, very deep. A lot of people walk by here. And deep again. Tough because of the trampling down. Holy moly. Now thin again. Probably the way the trees shielded the place from the snow. Good. Much better here. So I got to use the fat bike in its element, which is things like today, snow. Second time. Spread apart by 2 months. This is the same bike I've done up to 54, 55 miles on, kind of non-stop on rail trail a few months back. Needless to say, I'm not even in the same league today with distance or anything else. Snow varies in depth, so it's not too bad here. And we're back. Where's the car? There it is. We're back. Hey. Oh, that's just slush. See what happened now. We got a drain. Tile drain. Very slippery with icy slush on it. So let's get out of the snow for a second and head back to the car. Well, this is a Saturday in late January, actually. It's probably 23rd of January, 24th, something like that. And first snow of 2015 of any substance right here in north central New Jersey, or close to central New Jersey, around 7 inches. It's warm enough that some of it's melted. Obviously the streets, parking lots have been cleaned out, but I've come across some pretty deep snow. And again, for the second time that I've done this, found out that it takes, you gotta be in pretty good condition to go any distance on a fat bike in snow. I mean, especially when couple of conditions. One is when you have, like the last time I did this, which is about 40-50 miles from here on a rail trail, when the snow had been trampled down by a lot of people and animals and then refroze, and that was tough. Like going over a very deeply rippled surface, very hard, and the difference between riding on rough dirt road or like this macadam, even on soft tires like I have now, and on the snow, is what a titanic difference. This snow is very wet, so you can see it'll go, but man, it is not easy. You have to be in really good condition to go any amount of distance at all. This is not powdery snow, this is wet. You can see the way it's clinging to the branches here. Very wet. You could hear that crunching. Going downhill's not bad, obviously, but I don't think I'm going to make a second round here. I don't think I can do it. Just go a little ways and turn around back into the parking lot. Probably walk part way. Yeah, that's deep. Not so deep. Probably a walking path. Probably was on the grass there. Here's where it was before. Looks like a tire track from a car, doesn't it? So retracing my steps. Yeah, that's about it. Fat bike in its element. Only second time in 2 months I've ridden this, both times in snow. Not short, not long distances, but I've got quite a workout. Very interesting. So, that's it for today. I just put the bike back on the Thule rack. What's kind of interesting about this bike is that this has 4.6-inch tires, 26 times 4.6 ground control tires. It's a Specialized Fatboy, all aluminum with a carbon frame, and I have a it's a small size. I also have a small Surly ECR, which is a steel frame with 29 by 3 tires, or 29 plus, and I have a giant full suspension bike, a Trance, which is an awesome bike with 27.5-inch wheels. So these are 26 by 4.6. Looks huge. It's the lightest bike, and more than anything else, when you try to put it on the Thule carrier, you really notice which is heavy and which is not. The big heavy bike is the ECR, but this is also, at least to me, lighter, a lot easier to pick up and put on the carrier than the giant Trance with the 27.5-inch tires. So it's a deceiving looking. It looks like it's real heavy, and it's really not. The thing is, though, it does have the big tires, and so, you know, the friction of the knobbies, even on the dry road, makes it a little bit more difficult than maybe a mountain, like a regular mountain bike, to travel on a road or on dirt. But there are certain conditions like the snow where this is probably easier, and the lightweight makes this a great climbing bike. So, and because it's completely a hardtail and no suspension, so it's much more efficient in how it transfers, you know, the power back through the chain to the rear wheel. And